We will find out in a few seconds' time as the red lights go off the screen. The cars are all the way down into T1. Arnaud Lecomte in first position from Kamil Pawlowski in second. Tucked in right behind is Gianni Di Salvo in the red Ferrari, trying to find a way pass as Lecomte goes defensive into the arena. Pawlowski looks to the outside, opens himself up to an overtake from Di Salvo. Di Salvo on the outside line. That is not the optimal position to be at this stage in the racetrack. Will he try and nip back up the inside of the Polish driver? No, he will not. Pawlowski is aware of what is happening and defends in the black Ferrari. This opportunity to try and make a bit of a gap as we're looking further back now at Samir Ibrahimi on the outside. A little bit of contact there with James Parker. Ibrahimi pushed out wide. He's on the inside for the chicane. The tanks of fuel are full. The tyres are doing it as we see now. Down the inside is Sicalari showing the nose of his nicely coloured, actually, blue Ferrari. Sicalari on Park. A little bit of contact coming into the second part of the arena. Sicalari tries to get back up the inside. Instead, he runs wide onto the AstroTurf. That opens the door. Room for two wide through that corner. But he's got a great run on corner exit. Sicalari now behind Parker. James Parker goes defensive into the first part of the chicane. That's going to compromise him on corner exit. Sicalari, wow, what an amazing move to go the inside into the right-hander. There's no room there. Parker manages to keep the car on the straight and narrow, but Sicalari taking a massive chance. I've never seen an overtaking manoeuvre for all three races this season. Actually, now we're going back to interrupt myself, Alex Serrato under pressure further back. There's been a change in position, I'm not sure. Simeone 7th. Chris Hockey in 5th position. He's got a car on his outside. That is Serrato on the outside. The outside will become the inside for the next turn. If he can stay with it, Hockey will push him onto. No, he doesn't. He's very respectful. Actually gives him enough racing room. Simeone looking one way, looking the other, getting the car sideways on acceleration. Manages to keep it pointing in the right direction. Intensity level, gas mark 9. This is getting exciting. The same environment that those stars of the future are driving in. And now we're seeing Samuel Ratz around the outside. That becomes the inside for the left-hander. And Samuel Ratz makes a sterling overtake on Samir Ibrahimi behind. Ibrahimi runs a little bit wide onto the dirt. That will compromise him down this ultra-long back straight before the chicane that has been beyond dominant. This is Arnaud Lecomte round the final corner for the very last time of the third round of the Ferrari Hublot Esports Series Pro Championship. Arnaud Lecomte, 3 races, 3 race victories, never once looking like he's going to be challenged. A phenomenal performance. Kamil Pawlowski in second, Giovanni Di Salvo. There, revs, the lights are about to go out and we are away. It is a good start at the front of the field from Jarno Koch in the white Ferrari. Giglioli gets a terrible start in second position and starts to fall down the running order as the field streams by into T1. We've got a late breaker further in the middle of the pack. The cars condensed together. Giglioli is in 4th position, dropping 2 positions from his starting place. Jarno Koch at the head of the field takes an early race lead. Dominic Blajard in second. DeMalco, who we spoke to at the top of the show, now running 20th position. But look here, this is Morvai on the charge. He finds a little bit too much acceleration out of the chicane, makes contact, I think, from Romangoli ahead, but both cars survive the contact. More measured, it's all smooth, economy of movement on the wheel. Giglioli looks to the outside in T1, a little bit of a rub at the side of DeMalco. The outside of T1 will become the inside of T2 if he can keep his car alongside. No, he cannot, but DeMalco runs a little bit wide. Giglioli forces the issue. He's got his nose up the inside. DeMalco goes defensive. Giglioli tries to do the switchback, goes to the outside, to the inside again to get the run through the complex. On the run down into the chicane, he's got the overlap, but he hasn't got a braking opportunity. DeMalco goes covering Giglioli on the outside again. Perfect manoeuvre there, not quite enough of an overlap to get the second part.
As it is to D'Alcamo, he really needs these points to secure himself a position in the final.
Oh, Giglioli shows his nose up the inside, makes contact. D'Alcamo manages to keep the car facing the right direction. Now Giglioli under pressure from Blajard behind, but that was a let's be generous and say optimistic move from Gianfranco Giglioli. He's really, really good on the brakes. We saw it last lap down into T1. I think he maybe got caught out a little bit by Dal Camo's braking spot. Had no choice but to commit to the move, save smashing into the back of the Ferrari.
Dal Camo, he doesn't want to be giving this up. He doesn't want to be making mistakes. He, you know, whether it's a second or a third position, those points are going to be really valuable. Ah, who is that? Numanatali.
Oh, that's such a shame. Nürburgring spins out of the final points paying position. Too much inside curb into T1. The rear end rotates. There's nothing you can do to catch it because the car essentially is in the air and you cannot opposite lock fresh air. And Nürburgring goes from 10th place a little bit loose into the chicane. That sort of slowed him down on corner exit. He knows it as well. He's gone defensive. Giglioli looks to the outside, brakes on the AstroTurf as well. Makes contact with the side of the second place Malco ahead of him again, gets away with it, but that is more luck than anything else, I'm afraid. Light contact, will that be the end of his charge? He's got a good run coming into the chicane on the very last lap. This is the final opportunity. It's an incredibly difficult place to overtake. He decides against it, stays behind the car. Can he get a run? He runs understeer through the chicane. That puts him under pressure from Blager. Dominic Blager finds one way, then the other. Giglioli covers the inside line. Blager goes to the outside line, but Gianfranco Giglioli manages to hold it together. Jarno Koch takes the race victory. DeMalco in second place. Gianfranco Giglioli at the absolute death retains